Hey there, Leo. It's Amanda here with your Rune Scope. This month, along with our runes, I will be using the Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore and Eugene Smith. Then, as always, after this video, be sure to join me for part 2 of your reading over on the Vimeo channel. I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Witchling's Oracle by Paulina Cassidy. That link is below in the description box, so you can follow that over there. As always, be sure to check the video for your rising sign as well, because these are for so many people, these general readings. You'll often find that your ascendant or rising sign is the more accurate reading because it's more specific to your chart. If you would like something that's all about you, the only way I can do that, though, is in a private session. So if you need specific guidance and specific outcomes and to know about specific people in your life, you can always schedule a session with me. I do those on Skype. Just drop me a line of email address. RuneScopes for you. It's here in the video and below. But let's jump in general. For Leo and team for Leo. Get our runes cast. First, if you'd like to support the channel, Leo, but you can't afford to get a private session, please keep in mind that you can always subscribe. That will also help you because it will ensure that you get notified whenever I upload videos. If you tap the little bell and turn on the notifications, or the videos will just go directly to your feed, even if you don't tap that and sign up for notifications. You can also share this channel with your friends and loved ones. Particularly, it's a great way to pay it forward if something I'm talking about is resonating regarding someone you know in your life, you think it might help them. Please do share that video or the channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure so would they if they're able to get some helpful guidance from that. But in general, Leo, it's interesting, this lions. Front and center in the Leo reading. How apt. Okay. Challenge or focus. That's where we always start here. My Leos. Well, we do have the Lover's card in reverse. So you could be dealing with a breakup. You could be dealing with a separation. Yours or someone in the family. It doesn't necessarily, don't freak out. Not every Leo is going to be getting divorced or breaking up or separating, but someone in the family could be. Maybe particularly an older relative. For some of you, it could be your parents. But for many of you, it's like this has been a long time in coming, I feel like, you know, and even if it is you separating or divorcing, it's like I've wanted to do this for a long time, or you know, I've known that this was going to happen for a while. Maybe you saw the warning signs that things were not going well. And, you know, the rune Ale is here indicating, you know, this is supposed to happen. This is divinely guided. So these people have done all they're supposed to do together. Or you've done all you're supposed to do with this person. It's time to go your separate ways. For many of you, this is a person that should be avoided because they're bad news. I feel like somebody have a gambling problem, or maybe they were always spending the money as fast as you could make it, Leo. Or like that was the problem with this relationship. Like whoever this is that's separating, it's like maybe somebody had a gambling addiction, or like, yeah, they were always, maybe they stole from their partner, stole money from them, their 401k, their pension, like took a bunch of money out of their bank account and spent it on something without telling them. There's been some kind of deceit, or there's been dishonesty in this. And for most, it seems like with money, but this could also mean cheating or another relationship. The Lovers in reverse can often mean a triangle dynamic in a relationship. So, Leo, if this is you, it could be because you already have a new partner, you've met someone else you want to be with more, or your partner has. Or that could be what's happening again if it's a family member or a friend. It does seem family, though, for most of you, this older relative. Maybe they found someone new they want to be with, and it's like, good, you should get away. Or this person has, and you're like, good, they were no good anyway. This is the best possible thing for you. Whoever this is. Could also be one of your children, but again, whenever this rune comes up, it is usually an older relative. Whoever it is, though, they've done something that they can't talk their way out of or buy their way out of, but there's no talking their way out of this. So whether it was you who did it, whether it was someone else who did it, there's really no defense for this. It's kind of what's done is done, and it was bad. It was deceitful, not right, unfair. So yeah, it does seem that it involved lies or cheating or duplicity in some way. In the present, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is this lion, which is for many of you, it's you, next to the Rune of Partnership. So for many of you, you are the one leaving this relationship. And, the challenge could be that you have engaged in some situations or activity that was like it broke a marriage vow or, broke the trust of someone else. So again, your challenge would be to just, for some of you, if you're the one leaving, because this is fire sign and because we got a lion there front and center, this night talks about relocation, leaving a situation, moving, travel. But yeah, it's either, if it's not you, it's another Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries energy. And they are moving on with a new partner, moving in with a new partner, or you are, Leo. And so yeah, for some of you, the challenge would be like what I've done. The challenge is be admitting what you've done. And not making any excuses, just apologizing, but saying, hey, I just felt this connection with this person, and I feel like I'm supposed to be with this person. It's not going to make it any better, but at least you'll be coming clean, right? And offering the apology, offering the, not defense, but the reasoning behind your actions. It's always hard when two people break up, but now for others of you, this could be another Leo in the family, or again, another fire sign. And it is because they've met some new love that they are moving, they're leaving one partner for another, they're moving out, they're moving on. Knights are normally younger, 5 or younger though. So, could be one of your kids, again, if you have a fire sign kid. But she'd be like, good, I'm glad they're leaving that other person because that person was terrible. Now, for some of you, the challenge could be making the choice, right? It could be like, I want to be with this new person, but there could be a temptation to have your cake and eat it too, or that, So again, though, with this in the present, I feel like many of you are gonna move on. Now, this night, these people cards and these general readings can be either male or female. For some of you, this will be a male. For others of you, it'll be a female. Again, there's some people I'm talking to. It's going to be whoever it is for you. Don't feel like it has to be a male just because it's coming up as a night. But there's somebody who is going to join a new love, a new relationship. They'd be moving in with a new love. And it'd be you, for some of you. The help that's going to be available, we do have the Justice card in reverse. There's something you have to do or something that's being done to you, Leo, you're either doing something that someone else is perceiving as unfair, unjust, they don't deserve this, or you are feeling that way because of something that's being done to you. Either way, though, it's coming up as a help to you. If it's you doing this to someone else, you're disrupting their life. This is coming out of nowhere to them. They had no idea. They're saying, how dare you? This is so unfair that this would be going on. It's still going to help you to get out of this situation. So, you've just, again, you've done all you're supposed to do together. It's time to move on. Same thing if it's coming at you. If somebody wants to be with someone else, you don't want to be with that person. Yeah, it may seem unfair, but it's still going to be, you're going to be better off without somebody who doesn't really love you or care for you and who would, deceive you in this way. But yeah, whatever is, whoever and whatever this is happening here, it's going to seem unfair to someone, maybe you, but it's still going to help you ultimately move on to the next phase of life. This is, again, divinely supposed to be happening. Whoever's breaking up is supposed to be breaking up. It's that contract has been fulfilled. That, you've learned what you can from each other. You still will probably be learning more through this process. But yeah, for any of you, this comes out of nowhere, or for someone else, if you're the one moving on, it's being sprung on them. This could be a job situation, okay? I do have a lot, with this, Partnership can be love or it can also be work. And because we do have Fehu here, it could be that you are, if you're up and leaving though, like if you have another job, it does seem like you'd be up and leaving or you're not giving proper notice because you can't wait to get out of this horrible. Because again, this is like something you can't wait to get out of. It's not even worth your time. They don't even pay you what you're worth. Like you can't wait to get out of this. And so yeah, then you'd be like, oh, you didn't give us the proper notice and da 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 da. But you're like, I don't care. Yeah, hey, sorry it's disruptive to you, but I can't take another second in this place. You know, maybe if you could run a business successfully and treat your employees with some sort of respect, I'd give you your notice. So yeah, it does seem like whatever seems unfair to them, you're like, give me a break. So yeah, there's a perceived injustice by someone here, but it's actually supposed to be that way. And it's actually not an injustice. It's a contract. It was an agreement made before these two people came here or before you and this person came here. And it was supposed to end this way. They're just fulfilling their end of the bargain. But here we don't remember that. We don't remember all these crazy deals we struck before we came here. And that makes it, all the more difficult to deal with the things that come to an end when the way that they do and when they do here on Earth, because we don't have that knowledge. I feel like though with this room here, there's going to be something or some glimmer, even if it's just a tiny, teeny, tiny glimmer in Leo. Especially if this is happening to you, that this is for the best. Like part of you even maybe wanted this to happen or knew it would happen at some point. There was always maybe this feeling of imbalance or temporalness to this relationship, maybe you were just already full in before you realized, you know what, I don't know if this is forever. I don't know if this is meant to be. It seems like maybe you had doubts at some point, and there is like, I should have listened to intuition, or I should have noticed the red flags, right? And I should have realized, I should have taken note of that or listened to intuition at the time. So, what must be accepted? We do have the Ten of Swords. And I'm sorry, Leo, I wish I could give you love and light and happiness every month, but that's not my job. That's not what any psychic worth their salt does. This is meant to let you know as close to possible, as accurately as possible, what the month holds for you, and then give you a map and some guidance for how to best handle this. Now, the intensity of this is going to vary, though, from person to person. Obviously, if this is not your relationship, this ending due to betrayal, this painful ending, it may not be involving you directly, but you are maybe having to be there for someone who is going through this. And having to support, trying to help them maybe see the silver lining, well, now you're free of this, this negative influence, this person who was stealing from you, or, why would you want to be with this person anyway? We're going to find you a new person. I mean, this may be a friend or a sister or a brother or a family member that you are consoling and helping through this. But, the Ten of Swords is an ending, usually it's a painful ending, usually due to betrayal, deceit, And I mean, even if it's you ending things, Leo, maybe you are causing, because remember, for some of you, you're the one ending this relationship because you have a new love, and, you still be like, very apologetic. You don't want to hurt this person. You still have feelings, most of you, for this person. Even if, you've been arguing or have had some rough times, you still wish them the best. And honestly, I do feel like if you feel like this person's going to be better off without me, we were just not compatible. We were just not right for each other. And you'd be telling someone that, look, you're going to fly free. You're going to be so much better off without me. And if it's not you, if it is happening to you, Leo, they're going to be telling you that. And they are right. They are right. You're meant to be with someone else. Or perhaps you're meant to be single for a while and focus on career, focus on, other things you have going on. Maybe you're meant to do something bigger or better than just be a husband and just be a wife or a mother. Not that those aren't important things, but I mean, certainly certain people are better at them than others, right? Because some people are meant to do other things rather than that. Um, so yeah, you're either hearing that from someone or you're telling someone else that. This is actually lucky. However this is working out for you, it's a protection and it's luck. So whether you're the one doing the breaking up or the one being broken up with or the one helping someone else break up, there's a fortunate new beginning for this person. And they're going to be in the right place at the right time to either meet someone new or to meet this new opportunity that be coming in out of nowhere. And it may all be happening in May because it does seem like a very fast-paced month, I am going to say. Like all of this seems to be kind of coming down at the same time. Any divorces started in it may be finalized in November because we've got this in here. So it could be between now and or before this is finalized. But still, I feel like people are meeting someone new very quickly, unless they're already around, right? Because Leo, it did seem like if this is you leaving, you've got already a new love, and that's why you're ending this older relationship. But it does seem like whoever you're setting free, they're going to meet again a contracted partner pretty much right away, kind of out of the blue. The outcome here is new love, Page of Cups, or new beginnings. So yeah, whether you are breaking up or being broken up with, there is new love coming in, a new beginning. For any of you, if you are going to be single because someone's leaving, your kids are going to offer you quite a lot of comfort. So there could be a water sign person involved with this, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or someone with those traits. Pages are normally younger or normally children, your kids, no matter what their age, but we always see our kids as, our little kids. So yeah, there could be a water sign involved with this, somebody who's very just emotionally nurturing. And I feel like you need that. So if you have a child who is that way, or if you have a friend who is particularly mothering or nurturing, perhaps your own mother, but if maybe this is your child going through this and you're going to be offering them solace, comfort. Others of you, this is just saying you're getting messages from your new love and talking about plans. After all this is through, what are we going to do and how are we going to start our lives together and where are we going to live? And, there's going to be a necessity to be patient again, because, things seem like they won't be finalized completely until over. So, and again, there'll be children involved, but you have children and so does this new person. So maybe we need to kind of ease them into this so that we can mesh the families and, ease them into it rather than, forcing this upon them. But yeah, you're making plans. And for those of you that are find yourself single, surprisingly, at some point, and a new love is just around the corner. Just be patient, even if it doesn't come in May. I mean, you'd be reconnecting with someone from the past. For some of you, it may come through your mom or a sister or an older female relative because they'd be like, hey, guess who moved back into town? Or guess who I saw on Facebook? Maybe through a family member that you're being hooked up with an old love or somebody from the old neighborhood or from your school or somebody you went to school with. There could have been somebody biding their time just kind of waiting for you, actually, Leo, to be free again. And they were going to make their move. And you find that you have a very romantic, sweet message pretty much as soon as you change your relationship status online or as soon as word gets out that you are available again. So new love is just around the corner. Leos aren't single for too long. You guys tend to get grabbed up pretty quickly because you like to be in relationships. So I don't see letting too much grass grow. Others of you, I think you already know who this is. You're talking about the transition and you're making the big ending dealing with the difficult aspects. Perhaps they are too, this new partner. Perhaps they have another relationship that they need to end, or perhaps that's what all of this is. You're single, but this other person has to leave. Maybe it's another fire sign and he or she has to, tell their partner that they're ending this relationship. But Yeah, I mean, whenever this appears, if you are the third party, Leo, if you're the single one and you're waiting on somebody to break up, I mean, this could be a month where you're tired of it too. That's another way this can work out. And this could be you like, you know what, I'm not wasting any more time on somebody who can't make up their mind, because this was coming up as the challenge. So for the challenge is either ending a relationship or somebody ending it with you or somebody refusing to end a relationship. Again, it's going to be different depending on which Leo you are, but meet me over on Vimeo. We'll see if we can get more clarity on this. See if we can narrow it down. It's usually a much smaller group over there. So I'm able to get far more specific messages because I'm talking to fewer people. I'm going to shuffle the Witchlings wheel, see what further guidance they have for you for how to handle these energies in the month of May. Look for the silver lining, Leo. Best of luck to you, and I'll see you back here next time.